Tom here, Flip Anything USA. It's late Sunday night, beginning of spring break. My daughter's here from college visiting, and I got my two boys out of school too. So, anyways, I was so excited today. I had to go run back out and take a look at my deal. If you haven't been following up here, but try to show people how to flip property and make money. And I've been concentrating on deals lately here that have been bigger office projects and multifamily, not multifamily, but industrial commercial. I don't really look at any multifamily right now. But one of the things I tell everybody is don't just concentrate. I mean, look at residential, look at whatever's near, but don't limit yourself to just residential or commercial or industrial. Just keep your eyes open. But this deal that I'm about to take you through is really a great example because even though I've been concentrating on like a million plus type properties, boom, I fell into this house. I immediately knew it was a great deal. So I immediately dropped everything, went and looked at it, said I'll take it. And I've been doing my nail biting here the last couple days, waiting for the signed deal to come through, which it did come through. So now I have a signed contract. And I'm telling you, this is a deal I'm spending only about $85,000 on. And I mean, it looks like it's worth well over $200,000. And so, this is just a fantastic little property. I can't wait to show you. I'm being careful because, and that's one of the things the point of this quick little clip that I'm giving you right now is, once I got it signed, I know that somebody could come mess this deal up, and it can usually be a neighbor or something else too. But I mean, we have a contract and I have a signed deal now, so there I'm feeling a lot of relief now. But I went back down to the property today and just kind of looked around. You got to remember, some of the neighbors and stuff don't even know this property was for sale, and sometimes I'll just stay away completely till the deal closes because I'm always worried about somebody trying to mess up, my good deal. And but I went down there today and just took a quick look around this morning, trying to make a list of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to pour a slab for the driveway. The driveway could use some improving. And it's so nice. It's kind of a vacation property. It's really cool. It's near a lake and it really got a lot of stuff going for it. And but I was driving around, and sure enough, some guy waved me down. And this is a tiny little community, and he waves me down, and he's a realtor. And he says, "Hey, what are you up to?" And he's kind of digging. Of course, I'm just like, "Oh, just taking a Sunday drive." But he says, "Well, I saw you looking at property. Is there anything I can help you with?" I said, "Well, I don't know, not unless you're a realtor." And he says, "Well, yeah, I am." Well, of course, now I didn't let on a peep about the fact that I'm buying something in that neighborhood. Believe me, he's a realtor. He'd be upset if I got something out of his neighborhood that he didn't know about and he hadn't getting a piece of. And of course, he was an investor too. He told me he owned several homes in the area. So he'd probably have a fit if he found out what a bargain I'm getting on something right under his nose. And so I've been laying low on that with him. I just listened to him talk, and so check this out. This property I'm buying is just one off the water, and he showed me a lot. He says, "Well, I got something you could take a look at." Well, he shows me a lot that's on the water, and they want 369,000. Okay, now the only difference is this one's on the water, but the one I'm buying is really a great deal, and I don't even think that one's actually worth that much. But I don't know. I don't really know the waterfront that well. But my point being is, even though I have this thing tied up and I have a signed contract, I am being extremely careful. And even I went down to that neighborhood and looked around a little bit, but and I stopped at the property briefly, made sure nobody was around. And then here I drive up the street and I got a guy waving me down, wondering, "Hey, what are you looking around here for?" And I just said I was basically taking a Sunday drive, not letting on about anything. But I let him do all the talking, and really that's really what you want to do in any situation like that. You're there bird dogging and looking for yourself, and you're trying to get the best deal. Believe me, nobody's going to be happy that you're making a good deal in their neighborhood. So you just want to keep real quiet about it. In fact, I can tell you something about, and not far from where we're at right now, some guy went to a tax sale, and he bought a piece of property that basically extended and went behind over 100 properties, and he got it for $30,000. But this property has been what is known as kind of like a public park area that kind of was in behind all these properties. Well, nobody seemed to realize that it was an individual lot, and it could be foreclosed on if the taxes weren't paid, but they didn't have an organized homeowners association to take care of it. And so this guy scored, I mean, this guy, there was probably $1 million or $2 worth of land there he got for $30,000, and it just went unnoticed because it was a tax sale and nobody really recognized it as a lot. And this is only about 4 or 5 years ago, and this is in a great area. Well, he goes over there and he's cutting through somebody's property looking, and that person goes, "Hey, what are you doing? Can I help you?" And this is where he made the mistake. He goes, "Oh, I'm just looking at my property." And they go, "What are you talking about?" They go, "That's just parkland." And he says, "No, I got it. And he blabbed. He says, "I got it at a tax sale." Well, here's the deal. When you buy something at a tax sale, there's like a 30-day of redemption where whoever's being foreclosed on can redeem it. So he blabbed. The neighbor was sharp enough to go, "Whoa, wait a minute. I don't want anybody taking that parkland." They got nosed in and figured out, hey, we can redeem this and stop this guy from getting it. And that's what he did. He got the neighbors together and they all pitched in the money to spend the 30 grand that was owed in back taxes. They paid it off and they created a little association. And it's a beautiful park like area that I walk too, don't get me wrong. But let me tell you, that guy could have scored the home run of all home runs. Because like I said, if he'd have just kept his mouth shut, he'd own that property for $30,000. We're talking millions of dollars worth of land. And anyway, so my point is, and even me, if I put this, even me putting this little video out, I'm taking a little bit of chance of somebody trying to mess it up. Now I got a signed deal, so I'm not too worried about it. And there is no redemption period like there is with a tax sale. But anyways, I'm just trying to share with you because it's just as I go through the motions here, I'm kind of reminded of some of that stuff, and I want to share that with you. Keep your mouth shut until you got the deal closed. I mean, you can share with your closest, tightest friends maybe, but really, I just say I'm vague with everybody. I don't tell anybody what I'm doing in roundabout terms, and like I am with you. And so that's what's going on, and that's what I'll leave you with. Is when you do get a deal tied up, even once you get it signed, man, just keep your lips sealed. I mean, even like I say, you might have it. Once you get it where it's really tight and it's yours, you don't have to worry too much. But I try to play it extra safe, only because of what I've seen and what I know can happen. But if you're looking for a partner and that sort of thing, you're just kind of doing that on a one-on-one basis. But as far as, don't broadcast to the neighbors that are next to the property. They may have been planning on buying it for years. You never know. So that's all for now. Flip Anything USA, please subscribe, and can't wait to show you this deal. I may go ahead and wait till I actually seal it and get it closed. I've got a 30-day look to close this thing, but I'll probably try to close it within 10 days. I'm just going to want to get the power turned on, check the well, a couple things like that. Everything seems to check out. I looked at it again today. And so that's it. Keep trying, keep looking, and like I say, you get on this path of looking, and you never know. Just something's going to come up with the property you're concentrating on. You maybe never get it, but because you concentrated on that property, and maybe a connection you meet in the process of looking at that other property, it's just kind of what happened in this case. Boom, takes you to something completely different, but still nevertheless a fantastic deal. So keep on plugging away, keep looking, and I think you're going to get a lot of inspiration out of this deal I'm about to share with you in close. So Flip Anything USA, that's all. Have a good night.